Huh?
All who's three ready now, man. Man, I got it. Man, I got it. Hackers every day. Everybody was three of so we have so we have so. Give me a way, give me a job. No, we didn't man. No man to me, take it. So one of you, and I know that you know someone in Jamaica who, when them sick and go to the health center, them go to a NHF drug serve window and them get them medication free. 3 million prescriptions delivered to Jamaicans, more than any other time before. And let's not forget, the middle of the greatest global health crisis in 100 years. It's not a pleasant thing to talk about, but it's a reality. We had to make impossible decisions. Under Andrew Holness as leader, we had to protect lives, keep the health system standing, keep the economy from collapsing. More countries stumbled under COVID than little Jamaica. With little, but with Talawa under the leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party, we stood strong. And even though those years of COVID were lost years, your JLP government still created jobs, still built hospitals, still kept taxes down, and still did more for more Jamaicans. That is what we mean when we say we are doing more for you than anybody else in any time of the history of this country. That is leadership you can trust. Now, I want you to be very clear about this theme that you should be proud of. Doing more for you doesn't mean we have done everything that you want us to do. There's still a lot of work to be done. But the reality is that we have done better than any other alternative that is out there, and that is justification to allowing the Labour Party under Andrew Holness to continue the work and get other things done. We need to be allowed to finish the job, and that's what we humbly ask the Jamaican people to allow us. The PNP said they want to rescue Jamaica. Rescue from what is the question you must ask them. They want to rescue the record number of jobs that we have created, the lowest poverty that we have seen, the largest reduction of crime that we have seen in 30 years. How do you rescue that unless you're going to create more unemployment, create more poverty, and increase crime in this country? I want you to reject that notion. They don't have a track record of doing that. We cannot trust them or their leader and that party to take this country forward. We are at a delicate stage. And guess what? I know me say you can't trust them to run Jamaica. And them say so.
Idiot. You have to face reality.
Listen.
You have to face reality. That Mark Golden must never become Prime Minister of Jamaica. These realities must be faced. These are realities. These are realities. Mark Golden must never become Prime Minister of Jamaica.
I want you to take a guess as to who says so. I know me says so. A KD Knight says so. Them say if Frisch go river bottom and tell you say no go down there, don't go down the labor rights. I'm coming down now because we have to create time for the leader. I want you to remember Finsack, when thousands of Jamaicans lost their homes, their farms, their businesses. There was a company called Golden Bunting and something else who made their wealth, their greatest wealth during that time. Another one of their kind said it was the largest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. They were on the rich side. Me and you were on the poor side. And that is another reason why we cannot trust them to lead this country going forward. So I close by saying, I want you to understand what it means doing more for you. You need to go out there and you need to talk to your neighbor and your friend. We choose Jamaica because Jamaica is what we care about. That's what Andrew Holness's work is all about. We are doing more for you than ever before. And as a result, the choice is clear. Jamaica, the Labour Party, is the best party to carry this country forward. Show a Labour right.
We do so much already, now we doing more. We doing Jamaica Labour Party, yes we doing more for you.
Thank you.
JLP doing.
Labour rights. One of the most successful general secretary in the history of the Jamaica Labour Party. Easily the most outstanding minister of national security. Halfway tree, let's welcome Dr. Horace Chang.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they
Them no inna my leg, no inna my leg. Them I put a little bit of money and weed no reach somewhere. And after them I lead, no inna my leg.
Labour rights. Labour rights. Labour rights, are you ready? Labour rights and all Jamaicans. Tonight we choose Jamaica. Third term loading. Tonight, the Prime Minister and our leader will make a significant announcement. And that will bring to your attention to all Jamaicans the need to make a vital decision. Across tonight, we have labourers from every corner of Jamaica. And Jamaicans are listening from Negril Point to Moran Point, north to south. Because you'll have to make a choice what road you travel. What leader you need to lead you down that road that will take us to a country that is safe, that have good order, is growing and moving to prosperity. You have had the experience. We know one leader that has taken us through difficult times. Leadership matters. Andrew Michael Holness, Dr. Michael Holness, took us through the COVID disaster with dignity, with strength and character. And Jamaica came out of it with the fastest recovery in any other country in the Western Hemisphere. Andrew Holness leads. He had brought the economy back to stability so we can find resources to spend on the problems. Building highways, water supply, hospitals, hope housing for poor people, social pension, what is required to give people hope in their country and a share of the wealth in our country. Andrew Holness cares, he's concerned, and he's committed to giving you a country in which every Jamaican can feel safe and there can be realize their dreams. I'll be short tonight because you're waiting to hear him. Among his talents is that Andrew Holness choose people that he can work with and is committed to the cause that will follow his leadership. When you look around him, in the leadership of every sector, he found people competent, capable, and ready to assist in leading the country down a path of peace, goodwill, and prosperity. A path in which every Jamaican is recognized and respected. And today I had the privilege of working in a particular area where it needed the guts and political will to build a security force that could deal with the criminal element that run across this country. Crime was rampant. It's the biggest problem we had in my own constituency. I saw the blood. Many weekends, the time it was such that the police never ever had crime scene tape. So I could walk up to the bodies and look on them. Many were slaughtered. My friend is here from Montego Bay, Eroy, Central. When you walk into Norwood in the morning, 5 dead. People are shot in their homes. The homes burnt with some still alive. and I could tell they were alive because I'm a doctor. You could look at the position. You went to in the Salt Spring, the stone in the yard was covered with blood. You could smell the blood. Those also a country, know what a butcher shop looked like. But the atmosphere was thick with fear and concern by families who have survived. That is the atmosphere that across Jamaica we inherited. But we care, we're concerned. Some of those people only live on the wrong road. They lived in attracting and informal settlements where violence producers would walk, and they would kill them because they figured they would use cell phone and call police. So we set about to correct that. And our leader, our Prime Minister, committed to do it. He had to invest heavily. There are many things to do, but Andrew Honey's concern was for the safety and well-being of all Jamaicans. He chose Jamaica. That is the kind of leader you have. And that's the leader we need to continue to lead us. He is the one who we need to lead us through. The job is not finished. Work has to be done. He set out to fix the communities and to fix the security forces. We passed legislation. We use not on the zones, not on the state of public emergency. We passed a new act, Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act, to ensure a man who use guns to kill people will pay a penalty. When him kill people wantonly, innocent people, you catch him, you put him away for life. That's what we said. Man who disregard and disrespect poor Jamaicans cannot stay on the street. It's either you give up the gun or face your maker and go to prison for life. One or the other. Violence must stop. The old lady must continue to go prayer meeting Wednesday night. The young boys must be able to play football in the square at night. Futsal is popular. A man must be able to go to work and leave 1 o'clock in the morning from the hotel, which is now full because Minister Bartlett is putting tourists in the hotel, and come home from the night shift and feel safe. That is the Jamaica we want to build. That's the Jamaica Andrew Honey started to build. The work is not finished. Leadership matters. And I mentioned something before I go on to say more on security. He chose the team. Look around him. On my side of the island, not only crime was high, but tourism was hurting. Today, working hard, Edmund Bartlett bring tourists come full up the hotel them. But we still had to deal with the crime. And today, across the world, Jamaica now have a level 2 travel advisory. You're going to see tourists like sand-grain on the sea at the beach out there when that's done, because we fixed the security problem. And we fixed the health problem. We are fixing the health problem. The problem that affect Jamaicans, the problem that affect the economy, and Andrew Honey set out to fix them. But the job is not done. And I urge all of you, when you leave here as laborites, all Jamaicans, you listen. The job needs leadership to complete the task. We're at a crossroads. Choose the right road. When you look on one side, you have a man who same can lead, but who going to be with him? He's not only a lesser leader than our leader, but he have nobody around him. Nobody can lead. One speaker already mentioned it. My leader just celebrate independence. What him say? Be proud, be bold, in the black, green, and gold, the national fabric of Jamaica. Right. Be proud. Well, I said to the other one, him sound like, well, I don't tell you what him saying though. Him sound like a man who go to Bendong Market and look cheap cloth. You know Bendong Market? I said, go. We are with the black, green, and gold fabric of the Jamaica flag. That is our leader. He set about, despite of the challenges, to invest in our security forces. And today, everyone out can accept we have a new Jamaica Conservative Force. Same men and women, but with equipment, with confidence, with training, and new men were recruited. We recruited 6,000 officers to add to the force that they have the manpower to reach everywhere. They were out there complaining, you must go to proximity policing, you must do this, you must do that, but they never gave them the manpower. Andrew Honey said we need the security force to protect Jamaicans. Today, in this year, 7 months, there are 298 Jamaicans alive because Andrew Holmes invested in the police force. And this police force is reducing murder every day in greater numbers. Every Jamaican can feel a little safer, but the job not done. Young men and young women are proud to join the police force. We have trained them well. They're not perfect, but you and I know they show greater respect for Jamaicans. They have been trained in rights, and they are committed to protect and serve law-abiding Jamaicans. But if you get trouble and you all fire a gun, come in when them call you. Or when them come, they are trained to deal with that. We have prepared, trained, and organized a security force to give Jamaicans safety and to provide an environment in which we can not only move around safely, but build an economy. My friends, my colleagues, and Jamaicans across Jamaica, you have a simple decision to make in the next few days. There are 2 roads ahead of us. One, we have started to build public safety. You can walk, you can go to your prayer meeting again Wednesday night. You can walk to school in safety. I go to a school, you find them up there, send them out by taxi to far away. You can now play at nights, whether the old man play domino on the street light or the young boys play futsal. And we have started back to give permission for the parties, because we know entertainment is a big part of Jamaica's life. It's an economic activity. And my police officer will say, yes, you can do your water party till midnight. We start again. This is how we are working to restore vibrancy in our community. And the zones of special operation, the roads are fixed. The zinc pen's gone. Garbage collection up. Drains put in place. And we're giving titles, new schools, new police stations, and opportunity to train young men. In Montego Bay and Kingston, we started to train young men in driving articulated vehicles, heavy-duty equipment. They get good money, and women can do it too. You get to drive a trailer, you make good money more than somebody in that big office. It is because we are committed to a safer country, to a strong community, and to people who can realize their dreams. Andrew Michael Honis, choose Jamaica and choose Jamaicans. So, I give you 2 simple messages. Leadership matters. And there's one leader, one man who can lead us on the road to a safer and more prosperous society. And Dr. Andrew Michael Honis. When the time comes, make sure you put that X beside the bell and reaffirm the mandate for the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Honis. 2 roads. You need a leader to complete the task. If you want safety, reduce violence, increase prosperity, you travel that road with Dr. Andrew Michael Honis. God bless all the laborites and the people of Jamaica. Again, we will reaffirm our commitment to the Jamaica Labour Party, to Andrew Honis, for a better country and a more prosperous country. Choose Jamaica laborites. 3rd term, my Lord.
We do so much already, now we do it more. We do it. Jamaica Labour Party, yes, we do it more.
Let's have a big honor. Labour rights, let's have a big hand for our hard-working General Secretary and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Strang. Halfway tree, Jamaica. Let's welcome now Chairman of this great Jamaica Labour.
Here in Halfway Tree, you're at home, you're in a car or at a bar or overseas, to raise your right hands at this moment. I want you to raise your right hands. And I want you to repeat this pledge. I want you to raise your hands and repeat this pledge. I do pledge to be a worker for the Jamaica Labour Party. I will visit at least 25 homes and talk about what the JLP has done and what the JLP will do. I pledge to make sure at least 5 voters on election day will vote for the JLP. So therefore, by the powers vested in me as chairman, I now declare all of you a Jamaica Labour Party worker.
Jamaica nobody fuss no, nobody fight. We did a for the labor right. No shaky boat because a woman will like. We did a for the labor right. The river come down green.
My fellow Jamaicans, some people dream of building a new Jamaica. Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party, we are building a new Jamaica. We're not dreaming about it. A Jamaica where our young people get opportunities and second chances. A Jamaica where our elders get respect and a good pension. Where our workers get a fair wage and a chance to advance. Where the poor is not left behind. We want to continue this mission. When that day comes, remember to put Jamaica first. Remember to always choose Jamaica. Remember that you and your neighbor must vote for Labour. My fellow Jamaicans, love you.
We do so much already, now we doing more. We doing Jamaica Labour Party, yes we doing more for you. JLP doing more for you. JLP doing more. We go above and beyond for Jamaica, 'cause we are great and strong. We work.
Thank you. Let's have a big hand for party chairman, Robert Bobby Montague. But before the big moment, let's welcome none other than Mr. Vegas.
All who's three already now, man. Man, I got it. Man, I got it. Have girls every day. Everybody went three, so we have to. Give me a way, give me a job. No, we didn't, man. No man to me, take it. Show a labor rights. Give me my rhythm there. Everybody, look sir. Engineer, turn it up. Look over some for your prime minister. When more blessings, I don't see blessings. I don't see blessings. They can't stop this. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am. When I wake up in the morning and I fight for your leader, fight for not to want this man. Mr. We pray God, make money, body your time. Pull up. Hold on, labor rights. Them gonna make a mistake and them leak out some document. When me read the document, me say my prime minister used to a taxi company. Me say him a one away. Him never bow out and him never sell out. Ready again. Wave your flags up for your prime minister. When more blessing, I don't see blessing. From man to never sell out. I am blessed. Every day of my I do all this when I wake up in the morning and I lay my head to every when
road. I bluff them, did I bluff? Me leader no shaky. Me leader no shaky. Him not afraid of nobody will so every day of my when I wake up in the morning and I lay my hands on this ready now. Mr. Tablet for your boss. He wants up a week. So when the wicked right judgment feed them. Look who what here. We are making. So they get that we don't wait for your door. Hands up from you. Now both stand up. Well, I'm me become me friend them. Live up purity. Hit have a place. Hands on this way. Don't know say you're straight. I am. Turn it now choir. When I wake up and I lay my low. And you in this place. And you your place every day. When I wake up in the morning and you if you know your leader, straight on the man, Mr. We pray God, make money. Love you.
Thank you. Jamaicans. It is my distinct privilege and honor at this time to bring to address the nation the Member of Parliament for West Central St. Andrew, leader of this great Jamaica Labour Party, Prime Minister 1 term, Prime Minister 2 term, 3 term Prime Minister, Andrew Michael Holness.
I must say to you, I am overwhelmed. I reflected on 2016 and I look back on the video of 2016 and the crowd that gathered here. And I compared it to the drone shots that I have seen of the crowd here. And this is a much larger crowd than 2016.
Jah give me everything. So me nah lose my sanity, fi vanity, no frightened for anything.
It is an important point to make because governments in their second term usually lose momentum. But what is clear from tonight is that the momentum is with the Jamaica Labour Party. The momentum is obviously born of hard work, but it is also born of the relevance of the policies of the party. It is born of the legitimacy of the government. It is clear that the people of Jamaica, regardless of their political persuasion, have to agree that the Jamaica Labour Party is a performing government, a government that has delivered. We have been able to deliver for the people because we are a party that believes in hard work. We believe that by the sweat of our brow we shall eat bread. That is the ethic of our party. But we are not ashamed or afraid to say that we are a party that believes in God Almighty, and we get down on our knees and we ask God to give us the strength to carry on for the people of Jamaica and to bless every endeavor that we have undertaken. And tonight I want to thank God for giving us the energy to continue and giving us the vision and the foresight to see the plan through for the people of the country. I give God the glory for tonight.
You make me stronger. Come on. Sir, you make me stronger.
I want to thank God for my family, my wife Juliet and my 2 sons, and my mother is also here with us today. My sisters are here with me, and I know that my father is watching somewhere in St. Elizabeth. And I have had the privilege of working with some of the best Jamaicans, some of the most caring, some of the smartest Jamaicans who have served Jamaica. My Jamaica Labour Party family and the cabinet that they have formed. I want to tell them thanks as well.
Family. I me say family. Sure. If I want to me hate a fern killer, me no believe in a fern killer. Family.
And I want to thank you, my family. You are my family. The struggles that you have gone through or are going through, I have gone through them, and I am going through them with you. It is not by mistake or by a courtesy that when I walk among the people, the elderly hold me and them say, "My son." People my age say, "My brother." And the young people them say, "Uncle." That is because they know they can identify with me as I identify with them. They know that I have never taken my eyes off the important things that affect them. They know that. And they know that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I change my mind, and say, I'm not going to do it, I come and tell you, I'm not going to do it. And so, the people have brought their dreams, their hopes, and aspirations to me and my government because they see that peaceful people. We are such a loving people. We are known for our hospitality. But this kind of violence has crept into our culture. Today, I heard the sad news of a policeman and his family who was attacked and his wife killed, and I want to send my condolence to that family. I know that the police high command is working on that case, and I have no doubt that those persons who committed that heinous act, that they will see justice and swiftly. The murder rate went above 1,000 in the 1990s under the PNP. And it has stayed there since. It is this administration that will bring the murder rate below 1,000. In fact, we are targeting to go as low as 800. Or even lower. And we have not done it just this year. We have been bringing down the murder rate for the last 3 years. And we intend to make Jamaica the most peaceful country in this region. And we know we can do it, and we will do it. I was in Westmoreland recently. And as I walked and I spoke to some of the people there, they tell me, thanks, Prime Minister. Thank you. You have dealt with the gangs and things have been peaceful. I was in Central Kingston and the residents tell me, Prime Minister, thank you. Peaceful in my community. Housing. As I walk the communities and I go into some of the homes, I see the conditions. Some people not living anywhere. And I want all of you to know this. I was born in Spanish Town. At 56 Cumberland Road in a board house with my great-grandmother, and I moved from my great-grandmother, I live with my mother, then I go back to live with my grandmother until my mother got an NHD house. I know personally the struggles for housing that this nation has gone through. I am intimately aware of it. And that is why we have targeted to build 70,000 new houses in Jamaica. And we have programmed that 70,000 houses, well programmed. The NHD has already programmed 50,000 of that, and the HAJ and the new social housing program, in addition to what we are building in Bernard Lodge, will complete the commitment of 70,000 new houses. Tonight, I repeat the further commitment that our next government will put in train another 60,000 new housing solution for the people of Jamaica. The objective is to increase the supply of housing so that the price of houses can stabilize and get cheaper. That is the real challenge. This administration has unlocked the secret of doing that. We are doing it under the NHT. We are doing it with our new developments, such as in Bernard Lodge. And we have recently announced a massive new development which will take place in Innswood, which will see 10,000 houses under the Greater Innswood Development Area. We will also launch an expansion of social housing in Jamaica. We are going to be using building systems, prefabricated houses that we can come and just place on the lots that people have to help those persons who are living in dilapidated homes so that you can get access to better quality housing more quickly. We have now perfected the new social housing program. We are going to go one step further as we have started to now deal with the big yards and tenement yards. I know many of you are here, live in big yard and tenement yard, one little space with all 10 houses in it. We will change that in our next term. That is not a promise. That is a commitment because we have studied the problem, we have put the systems in place, we know what to do, and we have the financing targeted for it. I want to talk a little bit about public transportation. Again, I used to have to take the taxi and bus to school. Sometimes I couldn't bother because you couldn't get it. Sometimes the taxi man don't want to take you. So I used to walk to school and I didn't mind. When I started at university, myself and my wife Juliet will tell you that we used to take the bus. That time it was 250,000 bus. Right? It's from Spanish Town to university. We know the Jamaican struggle. No gold spoon, no privilege, no tapanaris. And that is why we make policy for the benefit of the people, because we know what the people go through. This is not something that we read in textbook. That is why we have made the investment in improving the JUTC. The JUTC is now the most efficient it has ever been. We are approaching close to $1 billion of savings in the JUTC. Want you to understand this. When we get efficiency gains from good government, what we do is we give it over to the people. Some of that we will be using, as we have done, to purchase the school buses, to roll out the school bus program. But here's what we're going to do. Come January, come September rather, when the new school term starts, we will give free transportation to all school children school children from September to October. And this will also include all tertiary students with ID will be able to utilize the JUT services free of cost for 2 months. I'm going to come back to the reasoning behind that. But we have more buses to come. So you are going to have a first world public transportation system that will get you to work on time and in comfort and affordably. This is a part of our productivity thrust. If you want people to be productive, get them to work on time, get them to work in a good frame of mind, and take away the worry about cost of living, which transportation is a major part of cost of living. Area is garbage collection, public sanitation. I am not pleased with how my country looks. I'm not pleased. But we have done quite a bit. In fact, we have done more than the previous government. We have refleeted the NSWA with over 100, including tipper trucks and crane trucks, coming. But that is not going to be the major solution for keeping our country clean. In our next term, we will start by engaging a public-private partnership with the private sector to increase the number of garbage collection units that we have right across the island. It will be contracted out in a significant way, which will ensure that every community in Jamaica will have regular garbage collection services. We will build a new sanitary landfill. We have already identified where that will be, and we have done the work on that. And we will decommission Riverton City as a dump as it is. We will work with the communities that are in and around Riverton City, and eventually Riverton City will become the next frontier for economic development in Kingston. If we are able to do that, decommission Riverton City, clear it up, take off the rubbish off it, and make those lands available. It will take time. But if we do that, we immediately improve the health of the people of Kingston, because that, I hate to call it a dump, but it's not a landfill, it's not a properly managed area. But the toxin that releases every time there is a fire, and generally has a general impact. And just by doing that, we can improve the health of the people. But the big thing that we're going to do is to introduce a massive program of recycling of waste, which will include the separation of garbage and to turn waste into energy. This is not a promise. This is something that we have already studied, we have already done, and we will start to implement in the 3 phases I've mentioned. 1, is the public-private partnership for the collection of public municipal waste. 2, the building of a new sanitary landfill. And 3, the construction of a new waste-to-energy plant, which will create a demand for waste to be converted into energy. What that means is that your plastic will have value because the plastic will become the fuel for the new energy plant. And that is something that we have already committed to and we will put in place in the new government. We will make Jamaica clean as a whistle. I also want to talk to our young people because as I surveyed this crowd, they have drones flying over and I'm looking at the footage. And there is a lot of young people in the crowd. In fact, there are more young people in the crowd than I had expected. Majority of the crowd is young people. And I want you to be assured that this is the party for you. We are the party that is best for young people. Young people want, my friend, thank you. Young people want opportunity. They want education. They want employment. They want access to start their own business, whether it is in the creative enterprises or in manufacturing or in agriculture. They want opportunities. And so we have started to repurpose HEART to focus on providing our young people with not just skills, but with the opportunities to convert those skills into economic benefit. The PNP promised a program called JEEP. It was called the Jamaica Emergency Employment Program. I don't know if you remember that. The JEEP program was supposed to provide quick employment, especially to young people, but it's really what you call crash work. Nothing wrong with crash work, it stop a gap. That is when unemployment was in the 13%. When we came in, we didn't promise any such program. What we gave was a program called the HOPE program. And under the HOPE program, we took 20,000 youngsters and we trained them in work-ready skills. And it always gives me so much pride when I know why. The people who say that are the people who have benefited most from the economy of this country. In the 1990s, the PNP ran the economy in such a way that they increased interest rates. I want everybody to listen to this. They increased the interest rate high. And then they borrowed. Who were the people that lent them money? They are in Parliament today. They benefited. They built a business on the high interest rate policy of the PNP. They made their money. Those tapanaris made their money on the backs of people like you, because it is the taxes that you paid that pay the high interest rate to those people. Poor people don't have money to lend to the government. It is those people who had the investment houses that benefited, and then now they want to come and pretend as if they never benefited from government. They benefited from the bad economic policies which affected you. It was so bad that a member of their own party, a member of their own cabinet, a man of the cloth, a man who was a churchman, he had to comment, his conscience was pricking him. And he said this policy of the high interest rate was the greatest transfer of wealth from you, the poor people, to them, the man who claimed that he is a Tapanaris. He was the one who benefited. No poor person in Jamaica should ever allow that man to touch the economy, because he and his friend will go back to the high interest rate policies so that they can benefit from it and continue where they left off, of transferring wealth from you to their coffers. Whatever little I made in life, I made it just like you. I buy 2 taxis, then I open a taxi company, and I go through the struggles just like everybody else. I want to thank those who thought that by releasing documents that they would somehow diminish me. I am a true Jamaican. I went through the Jamaican struggles, and I never made any money on the backs of the Jamaican people. I never made any money off of government. When it was proposed to increase my salary, they go around and tell lie. A man in a bar and say, oh, me make $28 million. I said, really? You never realize that I didn't take any salary increase. My salary today is about $9 million. That's what average salary. The other man who claim him a Tapanaris, who claim him not need no money from government, him take it. And you don't know what him do with it. But I never take it. Who is truly for Jamaica? Who is truly for Jamaica? Every day I read my Bible and I pray, and I want to thank all the Jamaicans who pray for me. Let me tell them and them friends, no weapon that they are conspiring to form against me shall prosper. So, you know, I am you, and you are me. We are one. I will never do anything to harm you. We have gone through the same struggles. And for our young people, especially those who are looking to go on to tertiary education, we have looked very carefully at the student loan. And you would have seen that we have removed the requirement for guarantors. Now you can, on your own, get. The next thing that we are going to do, and I should tell you, that if you are a tertiary student and you are doing well in school, you maintain a grade point average of 2.5 or higher, you can apply to the Student Loan Bureau to have your interest rate reduced. So that's another thing that helps you. Recently, I was in my constituency and a teacher came to me and she said she was agitated. She said she's in a WhatsApp group, and in that WhatsApp group, the PNP are promising to write off the teacher's student loan. And she bought into it. And she said to me, Prime Minister, you have to come and do something better, because this is something I believe in. But it was quite, there were other people around, and I was trying to explain how the student loan works. And a youngster behind me, quite providentially, because I was just talking to another person who was saying that she wants her daughter to go to university, but she can't afford the university fees, and I was pointing her to the student loan. So the youngster who was behind me said, but miss, if them write off the loans, how me I go get my loan? When me ready to go apply for my student loan. The student loan is a revolving fund, and it requires that people who borrow pay it back so that others can get. Now, I am very sympathetic to teachers. I was a teacher. I still am a teacher. I love teachers. Teachers are indispensable, and we must do everything in our powers to ensure that they are properly remunerated. But my teachers that I love so much, I cannot give you gimmicks. Indeed, I say this to all our sectors, which is what is happening now, that people are trying to play sector against sector. Anything that the government does, and I want every sector to think about it carefully, particularly those who are spreading the nonsense in the WhatsApp groups. If you give one benefit to somebody, you have to be fair, because you don't want to make anybody else worse off when you give one person or one group or one sector a benefit. So how you get a benefit and give everybody the benefit? Well, one thing you can do, which is what we are now currently examining, is to extend the payment period for the student loan, which will reduce the monthly payments that people would pay. The truth is that a country at our stage of development, that we need to get more people into tertiary education, we need to treat tertiary education like a long-term asset. More like when you purchase a house and you get a mortgage. That's how we need to treat the student loan. So we are studying that. And you will hear more about what we plan to do to reduce the monthly payment for every sector, so that we're not giving a special benefit to one. So if we give to teachers and public sector workers, what happened to the people who are working in private sector? What happened to the other people who not work? You have to give it to everybody. What that shows you is that you have a government that really cares, not about special interests. but cares about everybody. Make sure what we do is fair and equitable to everybody. One of the other things that I know is affecting a lot of Jamaicans now, as we move across the country, we pick that up. We see a lot of children with severe learning challenges, including from autism and other spectrum disorders. And the parents simply just don't know how to cope. We don't have enough of those services in Jamaica. So what we are going to do in our next term, we are going to invest in expanding the existing facilities that we have, particularly at MICO. And we're going to build new facilities to ensure that eventually we have one such facility in every parish in the island to treat with those persons and households who are suffering. Many of these lives can be made meaningful, they can contribute, but they need the right facilities, they need the right therapy, and they need the right care. And our government cares and will provide those services and facilities. We did. Minister Samuda, Matthew Samuda, I'm sure would have told you about all our plans for water, but he didn't mention that we are going to launch a new amnesty program for medium, small, and micro enterprises, where we will, as of the 1st of September, write off 50% of the outstanding amounts that these medium, small, and micro enterprises owe in water bills. This is about getting us back into full production. I could go on and on. I have a list here with all kinds of things that we are going to do. But we have more to come and more opportunities to express to you. The big point that you have gathered here to hear.
And to go and walk them one by one. Labour go and walk them two by two. Third me friend, walk them three by three. Best government to run the country. Look how we balance the economy. We labor, thank you, Lord. Enough people never have key, but now them own a yard. Nobody's surprised.
I don't need to tell you that this is the best performing government in the history of Jamaica.
Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do what they labor right, have a mash them up. Yeah, labor right, why mash them up? Boom! Them can't run.
Everywhere I go, I tell you something. Look, we produce a book with all our achievements. 250, we have about 1,000. But we couldn't put 1,000 in a booklet. You know when something is valuable, when you walk around and you give it out to people, you don't see them throw it away on the floor. In fact, when I go to people's houses and I'm doing my house to house, they ask me, Prime Minister, give me one of the books them now. We have had to print another set of the books because the first amount that we print, finish off, everybody take it, and everybody want the next set. So we still have, and we're going to be giving that around. The PNP has no answer to that. I think that argument is settled in your mind, that the Jamaica Labour Party is the best performing government of any time in Jamaica. But you can be assured that the Jamaica Labour Party is the strongest, through COVID. We took this country through Hurricane Beryl and several tropical storms, through supply chain crashes, through high inflation, and we have not missed a beat. We are a solid government. There was never a time